Hello again and welcome back once more to Phoenix Point. So I have made a couple of changes since the last video. I'm still on the same difficulty, the same save as previously. I've flown around a bit, established contact with some local havens, done a few missions. I didn't actually bother recording any of them as they were all Tritons with chameleon, which is as tiresome to watch as it is to play against. I really hope they alter that in some manner before release, but I've now got a haven defense. I'm not sure what sort of monsters this particular nest is going to be throwing at me, but I'm soon about to find out. Let's just pop him up on that corner. I've also adjusted the sound levels in game a little bit and repositioned the mic, so hopefully I will be a little bit easier to hear. Interesting. Don't see any mobs anywhere. Ah, there's one. Oh god, it's another Triton. But at least it has regen rather than chameleon this time, which is, you know, thank heavens for small mercies. Yeah. Pistol, paralyzing arm, and regen. I mean, regen means they take a little bit more killing, but it isn't quite as painful to fight against as the endless cloaking. Yeah, let's just rush them. Perhaps move up to there, have a look, see if there's any more about I can see. They're all the way over there. You can probably get down and get a decent shot on him. Obviously, even though they are pistols, I still don't want to take more damage than I necessarily need to. Yeah, you're done. And the sniper, that is unfortunate. Just can't get anywhere. They'll be able to get good shots. Really do need to make some heavy armor for this fella, just to give him the jetpack. I mean, I know dash is the preferred version for most players, but jetpacks are so awesome. And, you know, in the modern Firax comms, it takes so long to research the tech, whereas in this game you get it straight away. And as you may note, the sixth man on the team, freshly recruited, I had a choice of either an Anu assault trooper or an Anu assault trooper. So I've got an Anu assault trooper. I'm not a huge fan of the Anu shotgun he comes with. It's the weakest shotgun in the game, but my own Phoenix project shotguns are in the build queue and will eventually be fitted out for my lads. Until then, the Anu ones will do. One of my other assaults has also got an Anu shotgun. He had I picked up from some mission or other, can't even remember which one, but I have had to defend Anu shanty towns a couple of times already. I don't really understand why the game seems to favour Tritons over Arthrons. I mean, Squidmen versus Crabmen. Crabmen probably come with better weapon loadout by default, but that could be the reason they don't use them. Crabmen probably cost more points, and they have half as many hit points as Tritons, so I can certainly understand the game just wanting to field as many boots on the ground as possible. With as many hit points as possible. I can't really imagine him missing from there, but just to make absolutely sure, let's just... Actually, it might be worth leaving him for these guys, Let's just step him forward and see what his shots are. You're not going to hit that. You might possibly hit that one. Definitely hit that one. Yeah, why not? It's one ugly face. Fucking really, game? How the fuck? You are just absolutely taking the piss. It reminds me of good old XCOM. Yeah, 99% chance to hit and you still miss. See, the ostensibly awesome thing about this game is you didn't have to worry about that anymore. You know, with no hit chances, there's no chance of failure. Unless the game just decides that actually it's going to move the mob like 2 feet down. Well, let's just bring our sniper rifle up. Now you're the only one that doesn't currently have dash. So arguably better if someone that does have dash weakens him off, so you can step forward and finish him. However, there's nowhere good for you to stand.
Target confirmation.
I'm going to need to think about this a bit, so you're not going to kill him in one shot realistically. But you may as well step forward and see what sort of damage you can do with your poultry. Yeah. And you want to dash into a position. There's no way you can really get cover and decent lines of sight because that thing's in the way. So if we have you finish him off. That will then allow you to dash up to there. That conserves both of your shots. There's a decent chance of doing some damage. That's some damage. And you only really have one more shot, or you could just reposition. Or you could do both. You could reposition up there and then shoot that one. Just go center mass. And let's see what they do now. I have deliberately left the heavy out in the open as bait. Hopefully their piddly little pistols will plink at them. They may even shoot at the civvies. I'm just glad they're not disappearing every time I shoot them. So yeah, so far devastation difficulty doesn't really seem to make all that much difference. Possibly giving the AI a few more points to spend on spawning extra mobs, but this early in the game it just throws infinite trash with pistols at you anyway. So can't say that I'm really seeing much difference there. I don't believe it's actually given them that many extra hit points either, if I'm honest. Doesn't seem to have made a great deal. Still takes 2 shots to kill these guys. Doesn't appear to have altered the way the tactical AI plays the game either. They still make some rather odd movements from time to time, double moving when they arguably should have a shot. They do seem a little bit more aggressive, slightly fewer overwatches being set up. But the AI in this game is better than most tactical turn-based games already, the tactical side of the AI at least. Oh, there's an Overwatch. Speak of the devil. They do make slightly better use of cover and positioning. You could arguably use some work on flanking techniques. Yeah, these guys are horrifically accurate even with pistols. With sniper rifles they are lethal. Truly lethal to an incredible extent. I really do need to get my sniper some positioning. You just can't seem to get line of sight on anything anytime anymore. Shuffle him around though. Might just use quick aim, just for the accuracy bonus. Kind of want to just move him up. Toss a grenade on that little pile there actually. Let's just creep him forward a tad. I mean, that's just so juicy, it's hard to resist.
Already there.
I'd also like you to take that one out. Apparently not allowed in that building. That's... gonna have to double dash to actually get around there. Which is something I'm trying to avoid doing as much as possible, leaning on the ridiculously overpowered dash abilities. Arguably should have swapped to the shotgun there. Oh, actually that one isn't equipped with one, is he? No, that's why I didn't. So you... so there is something down there. These fellas here aren't too big a concern. That one does still have a gun, so he could be a problem, as could that one be. Where's... Captain does nothing. Just see if you can finish that one off for me. No. Captain does nothing, does nothing. There's an actual functional soldier. I don't think I can do anything about that one. That one, on the other hand, see, those two have lost their pistols, so they're not particularly dangerous. That one, though, that one is irritating. Still, this fine gentleman. Let's see if this Sanhedrin shotgun is worth bringing. Yeah, 150 damage, that's not too bad. Christ, that's risky. Yeah, I managed to not hit my own soldier. Playing a little bit fast and loose here, I know, but once you've broken the back of them, you can chain, you know, 1 or 2 kills a turn to cripple their willpower. Just make them run away so you can chase them down. Of course, the sheer number of these things is by far the biggest obstacle when it comes to these particular mobs. I mean, that assault is actually in danger of dying should that one choose to stand still and shoot twice. They're certainly not going to miss from that range. Perhaps in hindsight I should have finished him off. Is the return fire going to do it for me? Yes. And now we're starting to get the chain panics going. I think we may have reached the point where we've broken the back of them, as it were. Civvies derping around. But, as I've said many times, the Civi AI is a lot better now than it was in Backer Build 4, where they would run straight towards the enemy. At least now they do try to run away, get behind cover, and act in a reasonably intelligent manner. I am wondering if at some point down the line we'll be able to actually arm them. Of course you don't have line of sight to him. You can move to there and get line of sight to him. Or not. Line of sight on this game. Yep, just will not. Just absolutely refuses. I know I can see him. So I'm going to take that shot whether you want me to or not. Because it doesn't want me to, it's just going to have me miss, obviously. Jesus, really? Do that little damage? That is appalling. I mean, that Sanhedrin shotgun really is just absolute trash. Now, surely you can't miss from there. Excellent. Actually hitting something. Makes a lovely change. Let's have you move across. Sure, I saw one. I did see one over there. Cunningly out of line of sight of anybody.
Target confirmation.
Let's just have some speculative shots. And of course he's so low level he doesn't have the free reload ability yet. Never mind. And you don't have the dash ability yet. Sack it. Let's just use you to draw some fire. Let's see if you can just get a little bit of chip damage on that fella. Nice.
Reloading.
Yes, that's it. Panic, run away. That one over on the far side there, the right, could be tricky to chase down. If he's just going to overwatch camp like that. Okay, so Mr. Useless shotgun.
On my way.
Did something at last, that's excellent. The other guy with the useless shotgun.
Must focus. Enemy still active.
Nowhere he can go to get any sort of line of sight this turn. Let's just have him shuffle forward a bit. Nope, not even with a pistol. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to need you to step forward just to try to re-establish line of sight on that fella. Take some speculative shots. I mean, there's not much left of him, so he's panicking. He is not. But if we step forward a bit, we want to maintain line of sight on him. And you, my friend, get in nice and close. You don't mind soaking up a couple of point blank pistol shots if it means you can wreck him in return.
Running.
And you may as well advance up as well. I'm pretty certain these are the last two now. Okay, that's an interesting little dance he chose to do. I think the AI's targeting got a little bit confused there. You've got a guy in point blank range with a ton of armour, so the pistol's going to do nothing. And a much less armoured man at a greater distance. I understand the difficult choice the AI is faced with. Not quite sure about that, Civvy. I mean, he's certainly out of line of sight. Now it's about time he got finished off.
Yes, did it.
Now again, shouldn't be able to miss. I mean, from that range, there is no justification for him missing. There we go. And that is indeed that. So yes, devastation difficulty doesn't really seem all that different from normal difficulty, but it is still early days yet. So if I just head back to the geoscape to give you a quick whiz round of what I've actually accomplished thus far. I mean, I say quick. Loading screens again definitely will be optimized for the game's final release. Well, recovered a lot of their pistols. So yes, there's this is the initial spawning area here. There's the one nest that had the chameleon fellas I had destroyed. There's the nest that spawns these healers. I'm gonna have to fly back to get some more healing done there. I've discovered a few havens. They have thus far predominantly been attacking these two Anu settlements, which is a shame because the Anu shantytown maps are deeply unpleasant to fight on. What I might end up doing, I do have the resources now, I might just drop off the most injured assault, pick up another replacement assault. So I'm not joking about the sheer number of assaults this game is throwing at me. Bring them in, clear off these explored sites, get another scan or two running, heal up the fatigue a bit, possibly push on and attack the nest. Eventually I would like to have a queen spawn, but this early on in the game my soldiers just aren't high enough level really to be dealing with her. But that's pretty much that. Hopefully there will be another video or two in the future updating you with my progress. Until such time, thank you very much for watching.